to talk about because that's how professional I am. I still know. Did you ever figure out what episode number this is?
83.
83.
Yep.
What's your stupid sports reference for that?
Oh, I need a stupid sports
No,
reference?
but you usually have one. We say a number and you say, just like this guy who did the thing.
Wes Welker was 83.
That was the fat guy, right?
No. He was like my size, and he was a really good wide receiver.
Who was the big-ass dude that retired a couple years ago off the Patriots?
Rob Gronkowski?
No, like he was a big black dude.
Vince Wilfork?
Yeah, that's the one.
He retired like 6 years ago from the Texans, but I know who you're talking about. He's 75.
Is he 75?
Number 75.
I was going to say, that's a little old to be retiring, but welcome to episode 83.
Yeah, that's old to be retiring from a regular ass job.
That's old to be retiring from about 83.
83.
Right.
75. 83, yeah. That's one of those people. I never saved up.
I don't know what savings are. Oh, God.
You should. See, I have a pension, so I never even fucking see that money.
I don't have a pension. I have a 401k.
Yeah.
It's got a bunch of money in it, so I mean that's pretty cool. So I can live like Vince in my aged years of just being insane and yelling at people and
punching people who sneeze.
Following us on Twitter at the Blade Job Show and going to YouTube and subscribing and going on Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Google Play, all those places to get your podcasts. Like those are all things I'm going to do when I'm retired and I'm rich.
Yeah. You can follow me when you're retired at Blade Job Perkins.
No, your Twitter account's going to be suspended by then.
I mean, it's mostly inactive. I don't know. It's weird.
I tagged Tommy Collins in something the other day, and
I don't even think he has Twitter anymore.
No. I mean, he does. I can still the account's still there, so
yeah.
Rest in peace.
I mean, not really rest in peace. I saw him last weekend. We drank some Budweisers. It was pretty cool.
You saw Tim.
I saw Tim.
Tom's dead.
Tom's dead. Yes, I suppose if you put it that way.
Also Tom from MySpace. I mean,
dude, I love how people are like, oh, MySpace sucks. See Tom. And Tom's like, yeah, I sold it for a couple $1 billion, so eat a bag of dicks.
He got out.
He got out before.
Yeah, right before the crash.
Yeah. MySpace was dope. Who was your top 8?
I think it was all myself. I think I just loved myself. No,
oh, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know who. I can't tell you.
And then they were like top 16, and then people would get so mad that they weren't in your top 8 or 16 or whatever. Dude, what the fuck?
I just had like.
I give you a ride to school every day.
Blink 182. No.
Yep. You could like change up your background.
Yeah, and make it Blink 182 so you could show how seen you were.
I had Thrasher Skate Rock.
Of course you did.
That's cool. Skateboarding and rock and roll.
And then people would like go to your page and it would just play like Turbo Negro or something.
It would play. I don't know, I think I had the U.S. Bombs. It would play the U.S. Bombs when you would open my Facebook or Motorhead. I don't know, one of the two.
Your MySpace, not your Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook, we can't do that on Facebook.
No.
So you weren't here, and so we talked about All Out, but I want your opinions on All Out, which was AEW.
Well, that's good because I didn't fucking watch it.
Yeah.
But I still have opinions on it.
It's okay. So did everyone else.
Just like the rest of the media and Twitter universe, I have opinions on shit I don't know about. Mm-hmm. See, the problem with AEW is it's not $10.
Cody Rhodes.
It's not $10 a month to watch their shit. So me being, of Scottish descent, I'm cheap as fuck.
Well, the thing is, like, since they're only charging for a couple of the pay-per-views...
Hold on, did we start this episode yet?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
It kind of...
I didn't know if we were just talking.
It kind of evens out. Like, because you spend $50 on one pay-per-view, and then the next, like, 2 or 3 are free. And then it's $50 for the next one.
Wait, how are they free?
On BR Live. Fighter Fest and Fight for the Fallen were both free.
Oh.
You just watch them.
Well, fucking you should have told me that I could have watched them.
I don't know. They're good.
Okay.
Actually, I mean, they were okay. I think Fighter Fest was better, but that's just me.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah. I live in a household where...
wrestling is pariah.
Where wrestling isn't the most easy thing to watch.
That's why you have to turn... You said you your boy is starting to get into it.
Yeah.
Well, now it's going to be 3 against 1.
Right. Well,
so
I mean, Faye only kind of sometimes likes to watch it.
Yeah, but you can still utilize that to your benefit.
True. Yeah, I need to move.
Well, you got to be careful she doesn't see Bailey, because Bailey's being a bitch now.
Whatever.
Heel Bailey.
Heel Bailey.
Heel Bailey is best Bailey.
So WWE Network is no longer supported on PlayStation 3, and that is our living room console.
Oh, shit.
And the PlayStation 4 is in my bedroom, because when I got Red Dead, my wife made me move the PS4 into the bedroom so I could play that for
9 hours straight while they watch TV.
While they watch TV in the living room. So I think I'm going to have to make that switch, because I did play Red Dead last night, and oh my fucking god, that game is still so good.
Well, you could just spend like $40 on a Roku or something.
Yeah, I mean, I could just like take one of the 4 Rokus that we have.
Or upgrade to a smart TV.
That's what I'm thinking.
I started using Netflix on the TV itself, and it's super convenient, only I have the HDMI set up that when I turn on the TV, it turns on my Xbox, but I'm not using the Xbox to watch Netflix, so it's really just a waste of time.
It's a waste of electricity.
Well, my Xbox turns off if I'm not using it in like 10 minutes.
And Xboxes use, like, if you leave it on for a year, it's like $15 in electricity. So if you leave it on for an hour,
I also have
you'll be fine.
The One X where they started doing the power saving brick with it. So it's not bad, but yeah, that's irrelevant.
Yeah.
That's really useless information.
Listen, I think the real moral of the story is this country needs to focus more on renewable energy and get away from coal. And can you not do that right in the microphone? Ryan's vaping like a douche into the microphone.
No, I'm vaping because I love nicotine. There's a difference. I'm not blowing fat clouds.
You just blew one into your pop cover, dude.
Yeah, that's what it's there for. It's to filter out.
Oh,
it's like a cigarette filter.
So you guys don't get ear cancer.
Yeah, I don't want you guys to get sick.
Douchey vaping.
Look, I don't do competitive vaping.
If you did, I would hate your.
I would hate
guts.
myself. I really would. I don't know. Like I got a buddy at work who like vapes.
You didn't even draw a good dick. Ryan drew a dick on my.
No, there's no pee hole. There's no stubble on the balls. I mean, it's.
It looks like one of those like silly bones that cartoon dog owners always give their dogs. That it's like where in the body does that bone go? You know the ones I'm talking about.
Yeah, the prone bone.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to Radio Land.
I was talking about prone bone.
Oh, prone bono. Sunny
That's
bono?
a prone bone where you lay them flat. And never mind. You know what? Well, we'll talk about.
Are you
that
talking
later.
about cock push-ups?
Cock push-ups?
Yeah.
What's cock push-up?
How many can you do? Well, you only need to do one.
Yeah, one's all you need.
That's Tenacious D.
Great album, by the way.
Mike's probably the only one who gets that.
Because Mike's a fucking nerd.
And Mike's a new dad. Congratulations,
yeah.
bud.
I asked, Melissa asked what its stats were, and I asked if it was +5 stamina, and nobody laughed, and I felt like a nerd.
Yep.
It was also in Discord, and none of us get notifications in Discord for some reason.
Yeah, I'll get one, and then I'll look.
And there's like 400 messages, yeah.
Discord kind of sucks.
I've been using it for streaming, too, and it seems to, like, the new channel I set up for streaming seems to work, but even then, like, I tabbed over. It didn't say I had any messages, and I had, like, 5 messages going, like, hey, I can't hear you, and I was like, oh, fuck.
You're like, I can't hear you either, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's okay.
But All Out, that was an interesting thing.
All Out was interesting.
Yeah.
So Shawn Spears wrestled your favorite wrestler of all time, Cody Rhodes.
Fuck Cody. Arn Anderson was there. I don't know if you saw that.
That's cool. I'm glad Arn was able to find work.
He came out and Spinebuster Shawn Spears, and then Tully Blanchard was like, "What the fuck?"
And Tully Blanchard was like, "I'm 3,000 years old."
He got in fisticuffs with MJF, and
oh man, he would still probably kick the shit out of you though.
He looks good. Like he looks like he's stayed in shape. Like I mean. Arn was always kind of a little of a fat guy.
He's a husky guy.
Well,
Arn's built like me, only athletic.
He was that like old school jacked where you got to kind of be
barrel chested. I believe is the the term.
Like the gut is irrelevant. It's the fact that you can spinebuster a fucking 300-pound dude without thinking about it.
Yeah, Arn was always one of those guys who
I love Arn Anderson, by the way.
he's skinny fat. He's athletic, chubby.
Well, you can tell because his legs are like tree trunks, but they're not like fat tree trunks like mine.
Yeah, they're regular tree trunks like mine, only he can spinebuster 300-pound dude without thinking about it.
Yeah.
Where I would literally throw out my back and then just lay down in the
Best in the business.
Lay down in the ring and cry.
No one's ever been able to do it. Closest spinebuster was probably Triple H. Third would probably be The Rock.
Yes. The Rock gets elevation.
He does. However, I don't like The Rock's spinebuster because I feel like the spinebuster into the people's elbow is just not I've never liked that combination. I don't know why. I feel like the people's elbow should be led up with something different. I've always felt that way, and I don't know why. And I don't have a good replacement. I just meh.
The people's elbow itself
is fucking stupid.
It's one of those things. It's like the 5-knuckle shuffle. It's like
that's a masturbation joke.
Hogan's dumbass fucking leg drop.
Different time.
It's such a bad finisher. But they make it so good.
Yeah.
Like the attitude adjustment or the rock bottom, like those are moves where it's like, dude, that motherfucker hits you with a rock bottom, you're done. You get hit with that attitude adjustment, you're done. But then they do their silly little dance and with a move that, I don't know, it's like, cool, you elbow dropped a guy from standing position. It doesn't seem like it would really like destroy somebody, but I don't know. That's one thing about finishers. If you can take a move, even if it's a lame ass move like a standing elbow drop, and make it look cool and turn it into your own thing, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Like I dig that. But yeah, just Superman punch still sucks.
Yeah, at least Roman got better at the spear.
Yeah.
His Samoan drop is still messy as fuck, too, though.
Yeah, which is weird, because he's Samoan.
He is Samoan.
Samoan Joe.
No, he's the Samoan that other Samoans don't like.
Samoan Joe or Roman Reigns?
Samoa Joe.
So I keep saying Samoan Joe. What a dummy, dumb. So yeah, All Out. What's his head? Shawn Spears, a.k.a. the Perfect 10 Ty Dillinger, a.k.a. Cody Rhodes, FCW Tag Team
A.k.a., partner. As of a couple weeks ago, Mr. Peyton Royce.
Good for him.
I know. I was so sad.
With that haircut, too, he was able to... Yeah. All right. Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, I still say that if you come like from a reacher settler kind of thing, that the ultimate wrestling couple offset is Killian Dane and Nikki Cross.
It looks like he's wearing a sweater at all times.
She's, I believe the kids say thick with 2 C's, and she's fucking adorable.
Yeah.
And he's kind of a big, fat, hairy guy. It gives hope.
Just a little bit of a big fat hairy guy.
It gives hope to all of those big fat hairy guys out there.
So I know out there in America somewhere, there's thousands of big fat hairy guys
who are listening to us right now.
Who are looking for that big titty goth GF. Mm-hmm. Good for Killian Dane.
And they're both Scottish, so they had to get married. So
yeah.
Scottish.
He has big... See, that's why she has thick legs, because she's Scottish.
Yeah.
You look at the women in my family, thick legs. Well, on my dad's side. My mom's side, everybody is, like, super skinny.
I was gonna...
Crazy skinny potheads, and that's why I'm, like, a super thick-legged but kind of skinny
I was gonna make a reference about your sister, but I've only met her once, and I was like, it's probably not... No, your sister-in-law.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She got the skinniness from my mother-in-law's side.
Are they also Scottish?
No,
I don't know.
They're Irish.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Just there's like a million of them.
They just fucking reproduced, and it was just everywhere.
There's so many. My mother-in-law is the middle child of 15.
Nice Roman Catholic Irish family.
Yeah, totally.
I feel so bad for men and women, especially women who were born into Roman Catholic families in like the 40s or the 50s when it was just fuck like rabbits and just reproduce. Like it's like,
well,
congratulations, it's a healthy baby girl. Also, you're pregnant.
Yeah. Oh no. That dude, my wife's grandmother, still alive and kicking. Fucking 15 children, dude. Like,
her hips are just displaced 8 inches in either direction.
Yeah, like,
oh my God.
Kids just like walk out at that point. But they had like, my wife has uncles who are still a little bit older than them. What?
No, he didn't say it. I was looking at him like, what the fuck are we doing?
I don't know. We're talking about wrestling.
Yeah, so Irish
wrestlers.
Scottish wrestlers, which
Finn Balor got married.
Tom Spears to someone.
Tom Spears?
Tom Spears. I don't know who the fuck.
Shawn Spears.
Shawn Spears.
You fucking dildo.
Do we know a Tom Spears? Is that a person we know? Okay. Shout out to Tom Spears, who I don't think I've seen in like 10 years.
I think I know Tom Spears.
Probably. We know all the same people somehow.
Some of the same people.
A lot of the same people.
Yeah. Oh, did John get his own TV show?
I don't know.
On like Spencer Cable Access?
Know. He vanished. Nobody knows what's happening to him. But yeah, Shawn Spears, who used to be known as Tie-Dye Dillinger.
Tie-Dye Dillinger. With a bad haircut.
The Tie-Dye Dillinger escape plan.
Yep. So anyway, he has a bad haircut, but he used to be Cody Rhodes' partner in Florida Championship Wrestling, and now they have beef. Fucking 15 years later in a totally different promotion.
It's true. Because they homeboys. So that's excellent. Because Ty Dillinger really is a great wrestler. And Cody Rhodes is a wrestler. And so, it only makes sense. Yeah.
And Earl Hebner is 1,000 years old.
Yeah. No, he is. Did you see who the ref for the main event was? Because it wasn't Earl Hebner.
Who was it?
It was...
Tell me. Tell me all the people... Tell me and all the people who didn't watch.
It was Aubrey Edwards. Is that her name? She was the first female to main event referee a world title match.
Nice.
Potentially ever. And she did a fantastic job. Except my one complaint was when she was handing Jericho his blade, she reached into her pocket and was like, here's your blade, take your blade, you need this, here you go, Jericho. And Jericho's laying there waiting for her as she's fucking...
You tape it to your wrist.
Well...
Everybody knows that.
I get it that it's easier for the refs to hand it to them because they go over and check on them anyways.
Yeah.
She wasn't... I don't think she was ready. I feel like she should have taken it out of her pocket maybe a minute before and just held it, and then have a backup in your other pocket just in case. I don't know.
No, you put them in your mouth.
Let's go.
Razor blade in your teeth.
Yeah, I always like because Triple H would always hide them in his tape, and you could always tell when he was blading because his tape was like half unwrapped off his hand.
Right.
I think Michaels did that too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. A lot of guys do that.
Well, I don't understand the guys who hide it like in their trunks. It's like, that's dangerous, man.
Yeah, you have a razor blade next to your wiener. Like, that is one place I don't really want to keep, like, just a razor blade.
I mean, it's each their own,
What if it hits your wiener?
Your wiener.
Your wiener. That's not something that I want cut with a razor blade.
I just got followed by someone on Twitter.
Oh, congrats, man. Yeah. They're probably listening to this right now.
Yeah, but I've also lost like 3 followers in the past couple of days, but that's fine because I've just been starting fights lately, so.
That's good.
Yeah, whatever.
Way to be. So, anyway.
Shawn Spears.
This
is the worst talk about Shawn Spears ever.
No, he still has a bad haircut.
That's true.
The Lucha Bros defeated the...
Oh, my God.
The Young Bucks.
That was a fucking... Just... There was so much chaos because it wasn't a ladder match. It was an Escalardes de Muertes match.
A ladder death match?
Something like that. All I know is they had all the ladders. It was a TLC match without chairs.
Well, where did they sit?
On the ladders.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was confused because I was like, oh, they have a bunch of tall ladders. Nope, those are small ladders on top of tables. Why is there like 18 tables by ringside? Because they didn't ever at any point did they say like, oh yeah, this is in this match. It's tables and ladders. You know, they were there, and I get it because you probably don't want to.
They were there, but it was full DQ. You couldn't use them.
Yeah, like I'm assuming you don't want to fall off a ladder.
Nope.
Mr. Nick Jackson, who is the weakest link of the Young Bucks.
I would say Matt Jackson's lower back is probably the weakest link, but
yeah, but his mutton chops make up for it.
That's true. Strength through chops.
Yeah.
That's what my old gym coach used to say.
He did. Apparently, the Young Bucks have never been in a ladder match with tables. Because he used the 6 foot or 8 foot ladder in the center of the ring to do the infamous ladder gets tipped over. You go over the top rope through the tables at the entry ramp.
Okay, hold on. Math isn't my strong suit. But if you have a 6 foot ladder.
Let's say 8 foot. Let's say
an 8 foot ladder, so you're standing 6 feet high. The ring, we'll call it.
It's a 20, I think.
We'll call it 18.
Okay.
And he's about 6 foot tall, so that means that's 12 foot. Yeah, that's probably gonna fuck you up.
Needless to say, he nicked the top rope as he was jumping off the ladder, trying to make the distance hit the tables. Only hit the first table. I think his head hit the second table, and since he was trying to break his fall because he was falling, he hit the top rope. You could see after he hit, his hand was bleeding pretty badly.
Yeah.
Needless to say, that was Nick's final spot of the match. Yeah. Because he laid there for quite some time, and the refs were like, I think he did.
I think he's dead.
Penta, I think it was Penta, hit a Canadian Destroyer off the top of the ladder through a table, which was pretty nice. Also, off topic, did you watch Rana this year?
No.
Because they did the same, Janela and Starr did the same spot that Janela and Allen did at AEW, where Allen's on the apron and Janela runs at him and then kind of like does that like step up, like flip over the middle rope kind of thing and destroyers him off the apron through a table.
Rad.
It was quite nice.
Why isn't David Starr in AEW?
He doesn't want to.
Okay.
David, allegedly, I don't know the exact...
He fucked an ostrich.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Allegedly. You know, that's what I appreciate about you. Good show.
She's so hot.
She's a whore.
She's so hot.
We're talking about a fictional character, ladies and gentlemen.
The actress is real.
Yeah, but she plays a fictional character on television in Canada, so it's not even really real.
It's on Hulu. It's owned by Hulu now.
Yeah, it is.
New season right before Rick and Morty.
So Starr, as far as I understand, had offers from WWE and AEW, and he turned both of them down because he wanted to maintain his independence. And that's where the whole, like, we are the independent movement came from, because he's pretty much saying, I'm not signing with any of these companies until they can promise me that I'm going to be treated fairly with health insurance and a fucking pension plan so I can retire at fucking 35 because we're wrestlers.
Well, see, the thing about pensions is you usually have to work a little while to really...
Well, you know, like some sort of... I mean, even a retirement plan and any sort of... I mean, I worked for fucking Best Buy, and they gave me a 401k.
Yeah.
And they matched my 401k.
Yeah.
You know, they paid in to my 401k. WWE doesn't do that. I'm sure AEW doesn't do that either. Because, you know, I don't know what their contracts look like, but it sounds like they're still independent contractors.
Yeah, they're still independent contractors that don't get to work independently.
Yeah. Which is, and the Moxley injury shows you just why, yeah, because everyone's like, oh, they're not going to let them work indie dates. They're just like WWE. It's like, you got to protect your investment. If you're offering someone 6 figures, you can't have them getting hurt at the fucking White Eagle in Worcester. You know, like, it's just the way it is.
So, wrestlers should probably unionize.
It'll never happen.
I know it'll never happen because it's so fucking chaotic. But
And honestly, I mean, like, unionization for the big companies, like, I think there should be able to be a WWE union, like, for performers and employees of WWE. But if you were to say unionized professional wrestling, that's going to bankrupt most indie organizations, because if a wrestler's in a union, what are you going to do? Like, you have to pay him a minimum amount. What if you can't afford that? You can't use those wrestlers anymore.
correct.
So, like, I think that we're like, because UPS has their own union.
No, they're part of the Teamsters. They have their own locals, but they're just part of the Teamsters.
Are the rules different for UPS and FedEx and whoever?
FedEx is non-union, but yes. But, like, Verizon, a lot of Verizon, the guys you see on the power lines that'll hook up, Fios to your house and shit, they're all part of the IBEW.
Yeah.
I am part of the IBEW.
Which is the insane British elite wrestling.
That's exactly what that stands for.
Yeah.
International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. So I'm an inside wire man. They are, I don't know what they're classified.
What's Local 104?
104 is National Grid, Public Utilities.
So that's public. Okay, because we have a lot of 104 customers.
Yeah,
but we also have a lot of IBEW customers.
Correct.
But IBEW doesn't pay for shit.
No, IBEW
104
shouldn't.
pays. 104 will actually pay for testing.
Well, it should be up to the contractor, but neither here nor there. So it's just different job classifications. Like I'm an inside wireman, so I'm just like a regular electrician, and then 2325, which was what my father, his local was. That's what Verizon linemen were, and then 104 is power utility linemen. So it's all the same union, just different job classifications, different locals.
So maybe they should do that for wrestling.
Yeah,
they should have, like, you have your
top tier,
your national 207, which is your WWE Impact,
right? Yep.
Big, contracted
correct
employees, and then have your local fucking 106, which is your indie contracted,
right?
And then have one for New England, have one for Southeast, one for Midwest,
right? You have
holy shit,
locals.
are we talking about the fucking territories? Like,
essentially, yes.
Maybe NWA. This is what you could be doing. Unionized wrestling. That's what you used to do, technically.
The National Wrestling Alliance could be the fucking wrestling union. Give me a call, guys.
Billy Corgan,
give me a call.
I can help. Hold on. I want to be in. I'm in.
Well, yeah.
I've seen, like, stuff online. People, like, post memes about unions, so, like, I know a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Shawn Spears.
So Shawn Michaels.
He's a sexy boy.
He really is, and he's also the best to ever do it.
Except for Jericho.
But anyway,
Has Shawn Michaels ever been AEW World Champion? I think not.
No, and Chris Jericho is the youngest AEW champion of all time.
He is.
So anyway, he wrestled Adam Hangman Page, who is a young chap with a rope.
No one can see me doing that.
He's a young chap with a rope, and
with a fucking sick finisher.
With a sick finisher,
like the dead eye, that fucking reverse pile driver.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a good finisher.
He has it. He's big.
Whatever it is,
he's muscly.
He has it.
He's blonde. He's charismatic as fuck. He has that little bit of a southern accent.
He looks a lot like a young Stone Cold. Maybe he's gonna shave his head someday.
If he were to, if he walked into Titan Towers and was just like, "Hey, Vince, give me a job," Vince would be like, "Yeah, tall, blonde, muscular. Here's the belt. You can just have.
Here's
this.
all of the belts."
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You get sweaty.
Stephanie, lick my ear. What? No, sorry.
Have you ever sneezed?
Fucking weird Vince. I like how that's back in the news again about his insanity.
Yep. Oh, it should never leave the news. But anyway, he wrestled Christopher Jericho, who
is 49 years old.
48.
Oh, he's gonna be 49. Yeah.
And Jericho is a really good wrestler.
He is.
And
he's starting to look like an old guy now. He's getting that old man fat nothing you can do about it. There's literally no amount of working out you can do to get rid of that.
No, eventually you just get old.
But he looks shredded. Well, like his arms are huge.
There is something you could do about it. It's illegal, and I'm pretty sure AEW doesn't want guys to do that. But it's like, remember when like a 65-year-old Vince came out and was just like shredded, and you were like, hey,
wasn't that like HGH or something?
Yeah, it's steroids. It's anabolic steroids.
Annabelle Lee steroids.
When fucking Chris Benoit killed his family, and they were like, yeah, he had severe roid rage, and then like all the wrestlers started looking a little less shredded.
Well,
you know,
I mean, his broken brain probably didn't help either.
Well, yeah. He would literally jump off the top rope and just hit guys with his head. That was his thing.
Yeah, it's kind of one of the reasons that they don't usually do that move anymore.
Yeah. Or pile drivers, or, you know.
Pile drivers I still think are safe enough. Because everyone's like, well, what about Austin? Owens did a fucking sit-down tombstone.
Yeah.
Because there's nowhere to move your head.
Yeah, Owen fucked that up.
They never, ever in a million years. Because with a standard pile driver, A, your hands are on their thighs. You can push yourself up. B, you can put your head forward. You can't put your head, like, his dick's in the way. There's nowhere for your head to go. You know,
hey, move your dick.
The tombstone's on your knees, so their head never even really comes anywhere near the mat.
Right.
You know, if anything, I would say a pile driver, a standard, you know, sit down pile or a package pile driver, maybe not package because your arms are tied up, but even then you're pulled forward a little bit, or what's the other one? Little wedgie pile driver that Foley used to do. Like, all these pile drivers, I'd say, are no more dangerous than a stunner, where you're sitting down, because if they hold themselves up too much, their neck is hitting your shoulder and you're pulling their head down.
Yeah.
Like, I see no more dangerous, because, I mean, we always talk about Austin and Owen, but I don't hear a lot of other stories of broken necks from pile drivers.
No, and
I'm sure they're there. But I'm sure there's a lot of Paige broke her fucking neck from fucking double knees to the back. You know, like...
No. Paige is missing a piece of her vertebrae.
Yeah. But still, like, spinal injuries in general, from the neck all the way down to the tailbone, they can happen with a lot of things.
Yeah.
The pile driver is not necessarily the issue.
I
untrained.
Just the way that Owen did it, he fucked it up. And that sucks because it
shortened Austin's career by like 10 years.
Right. We could still be watching sad Austin matches every once in a while now.
I would love sad Austin matches. He looks more shredded than...
he looks great. But think about it. Would you want to see him... Because we would have Austin versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Like, you think Vince wouldn't fucking... Hey, Steve, what are you doing? And Steve's just sitting at home, like, quietly not wrestling.
Drinking his IPA.
Yeah. I'll give you $6 million to come and wrestle The Undertaker.
Well, you know they've asked him.
Yes,
you know 100%. Like,
I can't do a good Stone Cold, so that's why I'm not even trying it.
I'd have to work on it, but I think I could. Anyways, because you know they have. Because I want, like, talking about, like, your part-timers coming back. Because, people can bitch and complain all they want, but part-timers, like, legends, definitely have their place, because it's been happening for 50 years.
Right.
And...
who doesn't want to see one more Undertaker match?
Well, like, so Undertaker at Extreme Rules, when he was in the tag match, looked fantastic. He looked great. Goldberg versus Ziggler was one of my favorite matches on SummerSlam, because that was a Goldberg match. Goldberg's not there for a 20-minute fucking technical match. He's there because he's big, he's strong, and he's deceptively fast
and scary.
And he came out there and he beat the fuck out of Ziggler for 10 minutes.
That's
and then
too long.
He left. Well, no, because it was 3 separate matches almost.
Oh, okay.
Because it was ding, 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 super kick, spear, jackhammer. Goldberg wins. Goldberg, you're a piece of shit. Goldberg comes out, spear, jackhammer. Like, and that's the way it should be done. That's the way Goldberg should be booked. And it's the same thing with The Undertaker.
Yep.
Don't book The Undertaker into a 40-minute match.
Undertaker versus John Cena.
Would probably be great because John Cena...
It was great. It happened, 2 years ago?
Well, John Cena can... John Cena, if he's with a shitty opponent, doesn't shine. John Cena, when he's a good opponent, he can make people look good. If he has someone he can make look good, it makes him look even better.
Yeah.
And because Cena is in the same boat as The Undertaker or Goldberg right now, where he kind of has his matches are all the same.
Yeah.
But, like, look at his series with KO. Look at his series with AJ. Look at his series with Punk. Like, the dude can work.
Yeah. No. John Cena, for as much shit as people give him, is one of the best.
Well, there's a reason, like obviously you get a little bit of leeway with Vince because you're the face. You're the poster child,
yep.
you know. And you got a lot of leeway for your matches. But you don't get to that position by being mediocre.
Yeah.
You really
right.
you don't you can shit talk Reigns all you want. Reigns got to the position he was in because he does have talent.
Yep.
Because he understands the business. Same thing with Rollins. Like, people who are like sick of Rollins now, it's like, you can be sick of Rollins all you want. That does not make him a bad professional wrestler.
No.
Because he might be the most talented member of that entire roster. And that roster includes AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura.
I still think Finn Balor is the best thing they got going, but
Finn Balor is definitely the most criminally underused. Bray Wyatt, another guy who is just...
The problem with Bray...
Did you watch SummerSlam?
No.
The Fiend is amazing.
Yes.
It's Bray Wyatt if he was in Slipknot.
Yeah.
And it's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
It's so good.
I want to see The Fiend versus Gritty, the Philadelphia Flyers mascot.
Sure.
I'll show you a picture of him.
Okay.
You'll laugh. I didn't even show you yet.
Yeah, but I'm just laughing.
You're
getting it out of the way.
Good.
Finn Balor is definitely and the thing is, he was poised for all of that. He was poised for his position in the company, and he got hurt. And you know what? It's happened to 1,000 guys before him, and it'll happen to 1,000 guys after him. Sometimes you get hurt at the worst possible time, and it derails you for years. And I've seen this guy before. Yeah. It derails you for years. And you know what? It's tough to come back, especially when you have such a bloated roster. It's not like it was in the early 2000s when Triple H got hurt. And Triple H came back, and they still didn't fucking have anyone to take his place.
Right.
So Triple H's position was still there after 9 months.
Yep. It sucks because he really is. His shotgun dropkick is one of the best moves in wrestling. When he just lines you up and fucking blasts a dude into the corner. That's great. Just they do have a lot of smaller, faster guys.
It's one of the reasons I think that the biggest benefit of NXT going live and going 2 hours is you can send some of the mid-card roster back to NXT to fluff out their roster, because they don't have, like, if you think of developmental's huge, but the people on NXT television, NXT takeovers is a much smaller pool of people. And they sent Breeze down there. They sent Fandango down there. You know, like, fuck it. Send KO down there. You know, like, take away some of your mid-card roster. Send them back to NXT, because Triple H is going to say, you're finally home. You can wrestle again.
Yeah.
And let them do their thing, because, you know, how many people are we like, holy shit, they were so good in NXT, and they come to the main roster and you're like, what the fuck happened?
Most people.
You know, I'd say Bray definitely had the best because they rebranded him when he came to the main roster.
Yep.
Obviously, any members of the Shield.
Yeah,
but
Rollins.
they actually no they. Yeah, it's hard because they were in FCW for a long time. They were only in the really early parts of NXT.
Kevin Owens
had the best movement from NXT to main roster because he's main evented. He's been champion.
Yep.
He's never really put on a bad match. You know, Joe was a dominant monster in NXT, and now he sometimes is around.
I still don't like Samoa Joe.
I was pissed because the last WWE show I went to, which was in December of 2018, so almost a year ago. Maybe it was December of 2017. No, it was last year. They had Samoa Joe. It was a Raw. They had Samoa Joe versus Seth Rollins advertised. Fuck yeah. Amazing. I'm so into this. They come out, shtickety shtick. Ends up being Seth Rollins versus Jason Jordan.
I'd want my money back.
And Samoa Joe sat at ringside. And that was the night that Dean Ambrose was written off television with his injury. I don't know, so maybe it was 2017. Anyways.
Jason Jordan.
Regardless, the dark match main event wasn't the Seth Rollins Samoa Joe match that was advertised. And I've never left before the dark matches because the dark match is usually really fun because they're on TV anymore. They just kind of fuck around.
Yeah.
And we left. We were like, let's beat traffic. Like, fuck it. It was the worst WWE show I've ever been to, and that includes house shows because sometimes house shows are just like whatever.
Oh, house shows are usually fun though.
Yeah, because they're not on TV. They're allowed a little more leniency. They're trying out new things because it's not televised. But like, it was just like the last house show I went to. No, it wasn't the last one. 2 or 3 house shows ago, the fucking Rock showed up. You know, like
right.
Weird shit happens, and it's funny because the Rock showed up like 10 minutes after I was telling my buddy at his first house show, don't expect anything exciting to happen. It's a house show, and then the Rock's music hits, and I go, well, fuck me, okay?
Yeah, you're a little wrong on that one, bud.
Yeah, he beat up Bo Dallas, and then he left.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Bo Dallas was just doing his normal, like, I'm Bo Dallas.
I believe.
And I believe.
Well, speaking of shitty wrestling.
I was going to say, do you have to shit?
On TV.
We can take a break.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. How about Eric Bischoff hiring TV writers instead of wrestling writers?
So, like, okay. I definitely think that you should have 1 or 2 creative writers on staff, and they can be TV writers. They can be, you know, just people who took creative writing and, you know, have like a major of creative writing, because you need to create stories as well as you have to create matchups and actual promotions, this kind of stuff. But it feels like WWE's entire writing staff is all television writers who just, Vince goes, I want Kevin Owens and fucking Finn Balor. Figure it out. And they go, who? Okay, the fat guy and the shredded Irish guy. Okay, so maybe the fat guy ate the Irish guy's like keto pizza.
Potatoes.
And then, you know, it's like...
Oh, Finn Balor? No. Never mind.
He hasn't had a carb since like 1994.
Yeah, but there's carbs and potatoes.
Yeah. He's a bad Irish person. You know, and that's fine because from what I'm seeing is it was a former writer for Sons of Anarchy or something, and it just
maybe the Disciples of Apocalypse are gonna come back out, and then the Nation of Domination, and we can have like race wars like they did in the early Attitude Era.
Sweet. Fucking. I was really hoping with Bischoff and Heyman getting a little more control that we were going to see a little, you know, it's also, we can't really say one way or the other because this is all changes that are happening for the move to Fox, which isn't happened yet. We don't know what we're getting yet. We don't know what Fox is asking for. We don't know what the new era of SmackDown will be. We don't know yet because we haven't seen it. And I know people like to crucify them and bury them as quickly as possible, but we don't know. We haven't seen anything yet. It's just like with AEW. We've seen pay-per-views. We have not seen a weekly television series from them. They don't really have many storylines because they can't tell many stories right now.
Right.
They've got Moxley and Omega.
But Moxley's on the shelf.
Yeah, they've got Jericho and Paige. They've got this weird bromance between MJF and Cody. They've got Cody versus Shawn Spears. And then they've got some weird shit going on in the women's division that nobody really understands because they had Awesome Kong come out, and then they had Aja Kong come out, and then they never mentioned it again. And they're not actually feuding with anyone. They're just there.
Sometimes Brandy wrestles, and everyone's like...
Tennille Dashwood was there, but she's also signed with Impact, so I'm not quite sure what's happening with that. Penelope Ford was a big announcement when they first announced AEW, and she's literally had about 8 seconds of match time.
She's pretty.
She's also talented.
She's very talented.
She went fucking head to head with some of the best and beyond.
Yep.
Like Janelope versus the Hit Squad, where fucking Moff like speared her into oblivion.
Literally, Janelope combined weighs about as much as one of the Hit Squad guys.
Yeah.
Like, they're both large lads.
They're big boys.
I was talking to Danny Maff one time, and I was just like, yeah, you're a lot bigger than I even thought, and you made Trent Barreta look tiny. And Trent Barreta's not overly huge.
He's a heavyweight, though.
He is a heavyweight. Greg's big now. No, I get that Raw and SmackDown are TV shows. But again, like you were saying earlier, before the show, that it's like there are literally hundreds, if not thousands, of independent wrestling promoters who that is their job, is to create wrestling shows, and generally it's them who's writing the storylines. Like, you know, the Joey Janela David Starr. Pretty sure that all just came out of Drew's head.
Yeah.
You know, like...
I also just got a tweet from Mr. Cole, and he's rocking a wonderful shirt.
Oh, hey, Dave. Thanks for wearing that shirt. It's pretty comfortable.
According to the tweet, he's not wearing pants in this picture, though, so, I mean, that's even sexier.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that. Dave Cole not wearing pants.
Yeah. Got some cool paintings behind us, you know.
We do, and I have one of my wife in our bedroom.
See, all I'm picturing is just like this really tasteful nude of your wife, like huge behind the bed, where she's like, arms covering her boobs and her hair flows down to cover her crotch, and it's like the fucking siren. Is any of this accurate?
No.
Okay.
It's her holding a mop like the Toxic Avenger.
Yes, I know this, actually. I was hoping maybe it was like the Kramer photo from Seinfeld.
Double ew. No.
He's racist, apparently. That happened like 10 years ago. I don't even know.
He said the N-word like
8 times.
15 years ago. Yeah. It's like, I don't know.
I don't know what happened with that. I watched Seinfeld. It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah.
I still want to do that giveaway for that random season 2 of Seinfeld I have down here. I don't know why I have that.
You have a fuckload of random shit.
Yeah, most of those are like video games and stuff. There's just one random box set of season 2 of Seinfeld.
We could give away VHS
cardboard
copies of... Yeah, you have a fuckload of cardboard.
Those are Miss Isley's, and I'm not fucking with that because she scares me. Thank you.
5 foot, 100 pounds.
I like how I use
Could
her
murderlize you.
Her kayfabe fucking Facebook name.
That's okay. I know who you're talking about. But yeah, you could easily hire.
What the fuck are we talking about?
TV writers,
right?
Opposed
Yeah,
to wrestling writers.
Yeah,
You keep going off topic,
talking about crotches and stuff.
Talking about Dave Cole's crotch. What's Randy up in Randy Carver? You could have, guest spots, so independent wrestling promoters don't need to fucking give up their shit. They could write for WWE for, hire them for 6 months.
Well, that's the thing is I don't understand is like, you've got
independent contractors.
People like, Mr. Denver, Colorado. You've got, Randy Carver. You've got, all
Brian fucking Fury.
Yeah, Brian Fury. I mean, shit. Like, any independent promoter worth his weight in salt does these entire 3-hour programs and they don't have months of TV to work on storylines. They have who's wrestling on this show, what story can we create with these people?
Yeah.
On a month-to-month basis of we don't even know who's going to be able to show up.
Right, exactly.
Because we sign Josh Briggs to be on our show, and 2 weeks before our show, Josh Briggs gets injured. Now Josh Briggs can't be there. What the fuck do we, they have to on the fly, go. And WWE's no different. There's a much wider roster. I understand that. Excuse me. But you've got like these people who write these by themselves most of the time, by the way. I mean, yeah, they probably will talk to the wrestlers they're closer with, and they'll talk to their friends. They'll talk to like their referees and stuff like that. Yeah. And I'm sure that it's a collaborative effort one way or the other, but still, like for the most part, at the end of the day, like I know Dickinson does a lot of the booking for Beyond, and it's like, fuck wrestlers.
Yeah,
shit.
Fuck wrestlers. Shit.
Fucking hire wrestlers who
are on the fucking shelf.
Yeah, like shit. Use your own goddamn wrestlers.
Right.
Hey, I don't know, whoever's injured. When fucking
Moxley's injured right now. Fucking Cody could be using him.
Yeah, like, have them sit down, because say you have, Styles is injured. He doesn't even have to show up. He doesn't have to be on the road. He can just be sitting at home.
From home with Wendy. Him and Wendy could get down. But yeah, you could easily do that. And the cool thing about wrestlers, as opposed to a lot of TV writers, wrestlers like wrestling.
Some of them.
I mean, for the most part.
I don't think Brock likes wrestling.
Right.
What about Tank Abbott?
He
might be dead at this point. I don't know.
I don't know.
He was a weird dude.
He was a hell of a fighter.
For all the youngins out there, Tank Abbott was a UFC fighter, or maybe he was Pride.
No, he was like one of the OG UFC. Oh, yeah.
And then he was in WCW for a while, and he would just fight people.
Didn't he show up to WWE for a bit?
Yeah, maybe.
I think he did for a cup of coffee. Like, he was there for...
And they were like, yeah, no, get rid of him.
Yeah. Oh, no, he wasn't a good wrestler.
No. He would just... Because I think he was like... Oh, God, who was he? He was with...
Steve Blackman, Dan Severn, Ken Shamrock.
Major Guns. She was the Tylene Buck. She was just like a porn star who was in WCW with big boobs.
Yeah.
And there was a Misfits in Action. Is that what it was? MIA? It was like fucking Hugh Morris and shit.
They had the legitimate Misfits in WCW. I mean, not like the legitimate like Glenn Danzig Misfits, but Michael Graves fronted Misfits.
Yeah, they were with Vampiro. And they fucking feuded with like Insane Clown Posse. Oh, God, that was a weird time in WCW.
No, ICP was on WWE.
No, they were in WCW.
They were?
Yeah.
They were in WWF because they feuded with the Headbangers.
Yeah, they feuded with Vampiro, and Shaggy and fucking Violent J were actually like contracted WCW wrestlers for a while.
They wrestle.
They own their own promotion, and they actually are both trained. Like they actually understand. I mean, they probably don't wrestle anymore because they're both in like their 50s.
they're not in good shape.
Even the skinny one?
Oh, yeah. Dude,
he got fat?
Well, no, they're just like, I don't know. They look like they don't live the most healthy lifestyle.
And the thing is, like, I don't shit on ICP because at the end of the day, like, the whole Juggalo lifestyle is like an act for them. It's a persona. Like, they're
it's 100% an act. They don't like their own fans.
Yeah, and they're like both like fairly intelligent business people and writers.
Super smart business people. They own the record label. They own the T-shirt printing company. So like the booking agency. So everything that, like, if you're signed to their label, they own every aspect of your music, and they get so fucking rich off it because Juggalos, I have literally seen people spend $1,000 on merch.
Oh yeah, and it's you know, and there's a lot of, you know, wrestlers and musicians, like there's a lot of overlap with that where like you have this persona that's nothing like who you are as a person. Fred Durst, he's not that guy. He's not, you know, he's like,
he's a semi-intelligent businessman.
He's a Hollywood like TV director now.
He's a knob, but
like the dude was smart. Like he knew what was gonna make him money, and he knew what he was good at, and he rolled with it.
Keep rolling. Fuck, I can't even. Like...
Shit, he wrote the Undertaker's theme song.
That's true.
You know, and they performed at what, 2 WrestleManias, 3?
Limp Bizkit.
Drowning Pool did like 2 or 3 too.
I think Motorhead did too. They did at least one.
And then I think they did another one because they played Triple H to the Ring a couple times.
Yep, the DX band.
Which I'll never understand. Like, the DX is a great theme song, but to think of like listening to like an actual album written by those guys, I would kill myself.
0%
Yeah,
I could easily listen to that one song.
It was just
and
like,
live it wasn't good.
It was just like the DX band was like, you know, we're gonna.
It was a really shitty Rage Against the Machine.
We're gonna inconvenience the machine.
Yeah. We're not so much raging. We're just like, we're a little PO'd, guys. But yeah, they were just like a shitty version of Rage Against the Machine, who wasn't as good. I don't even know what the fuck we were talking about.
TV writers, I remember this.
TV writers, yeah, that's right.
It's I don't know. It's gonna be stupid. It's well, I can't say it's gonna be stupid. It's just
I feel like there's better ways to go.
There's better avenues to travel down that will give you a better product. And at the end of the day, because USA is USA. USA is WWE.
The greatest country of all time.
Different USA. Oh. USA is WWE and then reruns of CSI and NCIS. Like, that's pretty much all USA and Law & Order. Like, USA doesn't have a lot of original content, or popular original content. They had Mr. Robot, which was fairly popular.
I've never even fucking heard of
it. It was that Rami Malek guy, the guy who played Freddie Mercury in the Queen movie.
Okay.
It was a show about a hacker, and so it's what got him famous, anyways.
Okay.
He's also gonna be the next Bond villain.
Okay.
I can see it.
And Daniel Craig's Bond again.
For the last time, allegedly.
That's what they've been saying about the last few.
Yeah, whatever. I can take or leave. His movies have been like either really good or really shitty. So.
Ooh, Casino Royale, so good.
I love Casino Royale. Quantum of Solace was pretty good.
Was that the one where they hack into everything and they blow shit up? And they go to Scotland.
Spectre, the most recent one, was garbage. I hated it. It started really good. It ended really good, but the whole middle section of the film was just boring.
But Casino Royale, though.
It was such a great way to reintroduce Bond.
And it was like less silly.
It was more realistic. I love Pierce Brosnan, my favorite Bond. I don't give a shit.
GoldenEye was fucking amazing.
Tomorrow Never Dies was amazing. I liked his whole run.
The Halle Berry one wasn't that good.
It's all right. It had that diamond face guy.
Yeah.
Anyways, I just feel like you have So USA, they don't give a shit what WWE's ratings are because USA doesn't really have a lot of original programming.
They don't have a lot of ratings, period.
WWE has been their like flagship primetime show for 20 years,
yeah.
except for like when they were on TNN for like 8 minutes and then Spike for like 20 minutes.
Just to fuck over.
Just to get more money out of USA.
Just to fuck over fucking ECW. The Nashville Network.
And then...
But Fox
fucking cares,
Fox
especially now where Fox just sold off everything. They just fire sailed their entire company to Disney.
Yeah.
And now they're rebuilding everything. Like the Disney owned products will still air on Fox, but they don't own any of this shit anymore.
Right. Now Disney.
And not to mention, who's to say in a couple years that those shows, Disney's going to say, Simpsons, you've had a good 35 years. It's time to move on.
No.
You know, it's like, and so Fox isn't, because Fox doesn't have control if these,
right.
But they also don't have to pay for them anymore. They also only have to pay like the licensing to air them.
Right.
They don't have to pay for the production of them anymore. But Fox is going to give a shit. If SmackDown's tanking in the ratings, Fox isn't going to be happy.
Right.
Especially because it's already being put in the Friday night death slot. It's going right back to where it was on Friday nights where nobody fucking watches TV except for fat people like us who don't have like lives or have too many kids or something like that, you know? Because most people, young people, 18 to 35 demographic, that demographic that WWE used to love, and children, like
children
teenagers,
are in bed, and 18 to 35,
they're going out.
Fucked up.
Yeah, people are going out. They're not watching SmackDown. I mean, you know,
I'd much rather stay at home and watch SmackDown than go out on a Friday.
Fucking the P. Isley went down to Atlantic City this weekend, and I'm just like, sweet, I'm playing video games for 48 hours straight. It's been awesome. It's been
Pants?
fantastic.
I don't think so.
Well, my cat puked on my sweatpants, so I've had to wear jeans for the last 24 hours because they're actually in the dryer right now. They're all set, but not happy about it.
My cat puked on my sweatpants.
Yeah, fucking mad. So now I'm thinking about buying a couple extra pairs of sweatpants, just keeping them in the closet just in case cat pukes on them. Smart move.
Basketball shorts, bro.
Yeah, I'm not a shorts guy. But I got these great calves. My calves are fucking shredded. I don't know why I don't wear shorts. I just don't like them.
We're going to end on that.
Are we going to end on that? I don't want to end on that. I want to end on the fact that WWE is moving SmackDown to Fox. Fox will cancel SmackDown if it does shitty. And I'm not saying SmackDown goes away forever.
No, it wouldn't go away
That's
forever.
not what's going to happen. But you can't just all of a sudden find a new TV deal in a couple days if Fox says we're not airing this shit anymore. We're done here. And not to mention, considering it was, a $2 billion TV deal, I'm sure there's something in the contract that says Fox gets a lot of exclusivity and a lot of rights to a lot of this content. We'll have to wait and see because it's October 15th or something like that.
I'm thinking of getting cable. Just
do like a fucking Hulu. Do you have Hulu already?
Yeah.
Upgrade it for like $25 and you get live TV.
Yeah. Well, Charter just sent me something for cable and internet for less than I'm paying for internet. So.
Yeah, you only need basic. You don't.
Yeah.
You know, Fox
that's all I want to get.
I mean, well, fuck. If you want to watch Fox, you can get a fucking antenna.
Oh fuck! I have an antenna.
I think
Fox. That's how we watch football.
Yeah.
All right, that's what I'm.
Can't watch Raw, but who gives a shit?
Yeah.
All right, so that's how we're ending it. You can't watch Raw. Who gives a shit?
Later, nerds.
Nerds.
Awesome!
Every Wednesday on the Wrestling Perspectives Network, RJ and Michael Berry Sr. come to play on the Revisionist Booking. They rebook a wrestling pay-per-view from the past and try to make their cards awesome. Follow them on Twitter at RevisionistBook, at Michael Berry Sr., and go over to iTunes, Stitcher, and blogtalkradio.com/Wrestling Perspective Network and subscribe. Head over to whatforapparel.com/revisionistbook and check out their great apparel as well. And as always, you're welcome, and let the revisionist revolution begin.
Run away if you see me. Don't even say my name. Don't think that you can know me. Don't try and play